people that don't like our new song, American Flags. You probably voted for Joe Biden.
I never voted for Biden. I don't vote. I don't play this game. You can look at my big, bald head and see no purple hair. And you can look at this huge nose that can let you know what the rock is cooking in another country. You see no nose ring or anything hanging out my nose. I don't like your song, Adam, because it's trash. Two posers, cause patriots, dressing up in plate carriers, riding a tank like you're about that life. The closest you'll ever get to the military is that of your son. I've lost too many close friends for two posers to suggest that they're about that life, looking like your ODA or CAG.
Just a normal day in Tennessee where white people try to go into a Jewish school and shoot their children. I'm sure this has nothing to do with the Christian nationalist movement and the new apostolic reformation. I'm sure this has nothing to do with all the white GOP representatives calling for a Christian nationalist nation. I'm sure that the churches that are LGBTQIA friendly who have been firebombed recently, 3 of them in the past 3 months, have nothing to do with Christian nationalism and the GOP Republicans. Because that's what you are. Every single one of you. You're extremists.
Quick note on Sinead O'Connor. After her appearance on SNL, it is wrong to say that the entire world punished her. Because in Ireland, she was listened to. People of her generation were listened to. The theocracy that was Ireland changed fundamentally from the early 1990s onwards. You wouldn't recognise Ireland now today from 30 years ago. In the years after her SNL appearance, homosexuality became legal. Domestic violence became illegal, both against the will of the Catholic Church. And in latter years, the grip that the Catholic Church had over our society diminished completely. Investigations into the Church revealed heinous crimes, and young people turned their back on the Church completely and then voted for divorce, marriage equality, abortion rights, all against the Catholic Church's wishes as well. Because of women like Sinead O'Connor, Ireland changed. Maybe your memory can change your country too.
May not be familiar to you, but this is John Brown. John Brown was enslaved in the mid-1800s and subjected to excruciating experiments by a Georgia doctor named Thomas Hamilton. Hamilton believed there were physiological differences between black and white people, and he used Brown's body to prove it. After he escaped slavery, Brown described what happened to him in an autobiography. Dr. Hamilton set to work to ascertain how deep my black skin went. This he did by applying blisters to my hands, legs, and feet, which bear the scars to this day. That happened because Dr. Hamilton, a slave owner, was trying to scientifically bolster the prevailing ideology that black people were mentally and physically inferior to white people and therefore benefited from enslavement. That thinking was so pervasive at the time, it spawned propaganda like this print from slavery apologists who pushed a narrative that...
Hey Jason Aldean, I know I made a video to you yesterday, but I'm going to tag you in on this one because I am going to quite enjoy watching you get your comments. So it turns out, a little while ago, you were on my turf. You were in a small city, we'll call it a small town, about an hour from here called Charleston. Now, it's the capital of West Virginia, but it's only got about 48,000 people. So I would definitely put that in the realm of a small town. And you know what I found out you did out there, Jason Aldean? I found out that you walked your happy ass into Black Sheep Burritos, ordered 65 motherfucking burritos, and did not tip your server. And when the staff complained about how you and your crew were treating them, your PR team got a bunch of people fired. Now, since you are a man who claims to care so much about small-town America, so much that you wrote a whole song about it that definitely wasn't racist,
This guy made baby monkey torture porn for a living, and if that sentence is enough of a trigger...
Don't go and watch that video. Trigger warning, that is awful. You may have missed this because of the Deep Dive Darwin Awards going on all week. This is the monkey torture porn ring As first broke by the BBC and their investigative wing, this is a group of men, predominantly, who are getting off on torturing monkeys to death. Didn't know who was organising it, but now it turns out that it's a white southern Trumper. Well, of course it fucking is. Hillary was right. I'm sorry if you're wearing a MAGA hat at this point. Be aware that you are in a collective that contains the fucking worst in humanity, the dregs of society, the lowest of the fucking low. You are in a club with horrible people.
The Atlanta City Council just approved Cop City, the $90 million police militarization.
And since then, the government has gotten rid of affirmative action and dismissed the possibility of student debt relief. Also, they've been passing terrifying things concerning the LGBTQ plus community and abortion locally and in NC. I just think it's crazy how right now is the time when we have to come together to defend their rights and interests. But the government's going to make us something in a raid practice arena like.
And we told them we didn't want it!
But we decided to go back. And the first thing to do is to get rid of the scares. We have to get rid of the scares. Think about it. Very stubborn people, the consequence was there were certain things that happened. Never ever happened before with a trade unionship. Have you ever seen a chap trying to go do his duty on deck? Puts his shoes, the police on, and he finds out they nailed him to death. Now, it's absolutely impossible to walk them.
There are many stories of how scabs were dealt with after they returned to work. But more than anything, it was the unionist discipline, the organisation that won out against the unprincipled scabs who were abandoned by the employers after they'd served their purpose. And then,